what Dylan and his brother Cole do that drives me f***ing insane, that I cannot... They'll be in the middle of telling a story and then want to pivot back onto another subject line with the same, like, rhetorical vehicle, and that is a word that does not exist. They'll go, this person did blah, 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 blah. Irregardless. And the problem is...
You're right about that. You're right about that.
I can see both of them saying that.
Irregardless is a double negative. But also, you draw so much attention to the fact that you're saying a non-existent word. It drives me... Irregardless.
Just so everybody knows. Last episode, you can open your eyes.
Oh.
Not a surprise.
It is a surprise.
I'm gonna just put it in your hands. Last episode was your birthday.
Yeah.
Okay, so I have 3 items here.
I don't like getting
The
gifts either.
last one I'm really excited, but also nervous about.
Okay.
Well, first off, let me give you these two. So this is the one I told you about, which is the like dill pickle
awesome.
buffalo sauce.
Buffalo dill.
Which I just think you're gonna like.
Well, I like Secret Aardvark already.
Yeah, well, you don't have to have it now.
Why not?
Honestly, fair.
It's really good.
Fair point.
Here, try a little.
Yeah.
Oh, it's spicy. It's hot.
Oh, that's pretty
It's
good.
It's hot.
This is just chocolate with potato chips in it.
Oh, I love that. I used to melt Hershey bars over Lay's potato chips.
Okay, now this one.
They taste great. Oh, this is awesome. Thank you, Dylan.
This, though. Okay, let me start by saying that I do truly think I'll never be able to get you something better than what this is. And the reason is it covers a lot of bases, okay? I think the thing that I find the most compelling about it is that it's a major piece of weird American history.
Oh, cool.
Okay? And it's 100% authentic.
Uh-huh.
And
I'm nervous.
I'll explain it once you see what it is.
Okay, can I open it?
Yeah, you can open it.
I don't want to read. I hate when I open packages.
You gotta,
and
open
you can
it.
read
That's
like
the
the
side.
thing.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. What the This is insane.
Okay.
It is a graded baseball card of Osama bin Laden. A guy I never liked.
Okay. Okay.
It's number 268 out of 911.
Okay, well, wait.
I wonder why.
Okay, let me explain this, all right? I'm gonna explain it for you.
Oh, it's Robert O'Neill.
It's signed by Robert O'Neill.
I mean, that is fantastic. The
Okay.
man who...
Osama bin Laden.
Wow. Thank you. Dylan.
Okay, but listen to why it's so weird, and I think you love it. First off, it's a PSA graded 10.
Oh, it is. It's a Gem Mint 10.
It's a Gem Mint 10,
Which
all right?
I just graded my own comic book straight from the factory, and it got an 8.5. So
Okay.
the 10s are hard.
It's very well graded. Okay.
I'm gonna open it. Void if damaged.
Yeah, do not open it.
Oh, don't open the plastic?
Oh, you can open the plastic.
Okay.
Yeah, you can. You don't have to
sure?
open the actual case. However, in 2001, Topps did their only ever time doing this. They created a series of cards that were outlining everything that happened immediately after the tragedy of 9/11, including the major players that were involved inside of this, and weirdly, Osama bin Laden was the chase card. Okay.
Well, why not?
Because he was.
I feel very dumb. I thought it was signed by him at first.
No, I mean, that would be crazy.
Which would have been shocking.
But what does it say
He's in his
on it?
Cave. Oh man.
What does it say on the bottom of it?
It says Osama bin Laden, the suspected ringleader.
Okay, the suspected ringleader.
So they don't
right?
want to get sued in court.
All right, so immediately after they released this, now there's like
6'4", 266, approximately 160 pounds. That's a small frame on a guy like that.
Wait, he's 6'4"?
6'4", 266.
Damn, he was tall
He's
as
a tall
hell.
guy,
dude.
I know.
Damn,
160.
Osama.
He weighs less than me.
Okay, yeah, so he's
I could beat him
skinny.
up, yeah.
Yeah, he's wayfish. Well,
Wayfish.
historically, he got the hell beat out of him. So, this being said, Topps released this to immediate backlash by the country.
I was about to say, I feel almost bad laughing, not to make light of a terrible event.
Terrible event, and they released trading cards about it. People were upset, obviously. historians, as well as Tops, have tried to get their hands on as many of these as possible to
get rid of the
recall
memories.
it out of the public eye.
Yeah.
All right. Most of it has been taken off, except this guy who I hit up on eBay, who was like, dude, I got one of the Robert O'Neill signed ones. Robert O'Neill
268.
eventually went around on like a signing tour and signed these particularly. As you can see, he signed 911 of them in honor of the tragedy. However, you now have one of 9/11.
I mean, did you tell anyone you got me this?
I told your sister.
Which one, Violet?
Eleanor.
Oh, Eleanor,
and
what'd
she
she
was
think?
so jealous.
She was, I mean, I don't want to put it on set. I'm gonna take this. I'm gonna take this home with me. This could pay for my kids' college.
It is honestly,
Sell
Brendan.
off
I'm going
one
to tell
day.
you now. I'm never going to buy you another gift. It's far and away the most expensive one I'll ever get you. You got it. You can put
I
it on your wall.
appreciate it. You've made my birthday very special.
You ever feel like you have a podcast and maybe you're looking forward to having a few beers for it, but you don't want to feel kind of yucky the next day?
I'm flying to Albany tomorrow, and I hate flying even a little tired. So you know what we should do?
Crush some of these right now?
We're gonna have a couple beers on the pod. We might have one of these now.
This is ZBiotic's probiotic drink. It is the first genetically engineered probiotic.
Pre-alcohol.
Cheers.
Knock it back. Oh, it tastes good.
Kind of lemony.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah, that's
Fresh.
nice. I guess it was invented by a PhD scientist to tackle rough mornings after drinking.
Here's how it works. When you drink, alcohol gets converted into a toxic byproduct in the gut.
I have a lot of toxic byproducts in my
I
gut.
always do.
I think
And
that's
these are
just-
gonna clear it right up.
What? How?
It's a buildup of this byproduct, not dehydration, that's to blame for rough nights after drinking.
Pre-alcohol produces an enzyme to break this byproduct down. The byproduct apparently is called acetaldehyde. I was actually really intrigued by this because I like all of the alcohol science stuff. Acetaldehyde, and it's the leading contributor to that bad feeling after a few drinks.
Most people think it's dehydration. It's just not.
It's just not.
No, so you know what I do? These are small enough to carry around. Throw one in your pocket. Friday night gets a little wild. You have this before. Boom. You're
I want a little arm holster.
arm
you know,
holster.
like-
You know, like sideways.
Yeah, sideways.
sideways
Like a
would be way
bandolier.
sicker.
Is that how you say that?
I'd be, you know, my bachelor party's coming up. We're gonna need a lot of these.
Great time to bring that. Great time
It'll
to
be
bring
very
that.
fun. And you don't have to refrigerate them.
Just
You just carry
remember,
them
like if you're at a bachelor party, just make sure that pre-alcohol is your first drink of the night. Drink responsibly, and you'll feel your best tomorrow. July is packed with barbecues, fireworks, lake weekends, and late nights with friends.
I had all of those except the fireworks. Late nights, lake weekends, no fireworks.
Barbecues.
I missed it. Oh, I had a couple barbecues, yeah.
Well, keep the good times rolling into the next day. Drink pre-alcohol before you go out and wake up ready for whatever Sunday brings.
Remember to head to zbiotics.com/wildmen and use the code WILDMEN at checkout for 15% off.
Now we can talk
About who we have next?
yeah, our guest.
One of my favorite guys.
Mason, who I've worked with on now 2 different movies. I met Mason through my brother, who he had worked with previously as well. He's just a great dude, very funny, young guy, and probably like I would lobby maybe one of the highest working actors for his age in the game right now.
Well, after I saw him in Hard Eyes to me, his performance in that was like Glenn Powell in the baseball movie, Everybody Wants Some.
Yeah.
He's in about, 80% of the movie. His performance was so fucking good. I walked out of the movie, I saw it in theaters in like 2000, it was probably 15, 16. I go, that guy's gonna be a fucking massive star.
Yeah.
It's kind of his first big one, and of course he goes on to be a massive star.
Yeah.
And then closest thing to that was Mason in Hard Eyes. And I walked out of that and I go, holy shit, Mason is great.
And the other
And
funny
it's a fun fucking movie.
funny thing that you mentioned Glenn as well, because having met and hung out with both of these people,
Cool, dude.
yeah, I'm sick.
Not to brag.
I'm sick
I'd
as
love
hell.
to hang out with Glenn Powell.
He's
Yeah,
just
is he a cool guy?
just the nicest dude.
Handsome.
And similarly, so is Mason.
both handsome.
both handsome. But Glenn and Mason have the same thing, which I've noticed. Everyone who like works around them, works with them, or is in the vicinity of them,
Gets pregnant.
says,
Yeah.
this is the nicest human being
Yeah.
I've ever worked with.
Uh-huh.
Like, it's really it's funny that in the industry that's still such a thing.
I think the first time I met Mason when we went camping with Tanner.
Yeah.
Remember?
Yeah.
We pull in, we're camping, and I just saw Talk to Me, I think.
Yeah, oh yeah, he was talking to me too.
And, no, he wasn't. Talking
Oh, he wasn't talking to me? I just don't know what he is and isn't in. He's kind of in everything.
I said, I saw
like it.
Talk to Me, the best horror movie this year. And I hear from across the campfire, he goes, no, it's Scream 6.
I like that Mason's like a diehard fan of Scream.
I was like, oh, cool. Yeah.
Sick, dude.
Didn't even know who Mason was at the time. I was like, this guy's kind of weird.
He's an intriguing guy because he's got a lot to say. I think about a multitude of different subjects, but he's also like he's had a very interesting run with like injury and like body, his own body, and then to go into like working as an actor, and he's one of the, I'll say, like, I've heard him talk to his team before, and he is so professional with his team, and he handles his business so well that even I was like, dude, I need to shape my shit up, dude. I need to lock this up. So I think, maybe we've hyped him up enough, but you guys will all see what we're talking about.
Well, we last time we hung out with him, we were going to see Werewolves by the director of your guys' movie you did together, Under Fire, and it was like 3 days before I got engaged. And I was like about to go and drive and pop the question. And we're sitting there having a Guinness with Mason. And Mason was talking to me, and I was like, and I couldn't even respond. I was so nervous. So I'm getting engaged. He goes, oh, that makes sense. so now hopefully he sees I'm a little more relaxed now, and we can be friends and stuff.
I thought you were saying you were just nervous to talk to him.
I am usually. He's
You're kind of nervous to talk to everybody.
To attractive men.
Yeah. Attractive guys. What about me, dude? You're not nervous to talk to me? What the hell?
I can talk to myself fine. It doesn't bode well for either of us.
Well, without further ado,
here's Mason Gooding.
You always cut me off. I can never say it. Welcome, Mason Gooding, my good friend.
Thank you.
You made it.
To be here. Thank you for having me.
Cheers.
Cheers, Mason.
Truly.
Cheers. You don't have to lower your octave when we talk.
No, I thought this was way cooler.
No, it's okay. Yeah, how you doing?
How's it going, Mason? So anyway, guys. There we go.
That makes me feel more comfortable.
Look, we just want the real you here. Okay.
I don't even know who that is, so that's fine. We'll figure it out.
He's been an actor for so long.
I'm just too invested in this character I've crafted.
He's also doing an Elvis accent. It's
Yeah,
insane.
no, I'm really a jack of all trades. Have you ever? I actually do think about a lot the quote I think Robert Redford made in an interview where
So he's doing it already, dude.
I like it.
dropping my voice
professional.
and sounding more thoughtful.
Yeah, he's doing it already.
There's this old adage that a reporter was amongst a throng of other journalists yelling at Robert Redford, and as the elevator doors are closing for him to, go up to his meeting or hotel room or whatever, and they shout, "Are you really Robert Redford?" And he responds, "Only when I'm alone." And doors close, the rest is history. And for me, I think about like how much of ourselves we're capable of giving unto other people, whether it's parasocially through our work or personally. It happens to be that I'm sitting next to the one person who's managed to bridge that gap, that like our work professionally has bled so lovingly into our personal relationship that going to set with Dylan feels like it feels like we're playing in the backyard with lightsabers. Hopefully.
I mean, in
so.
Under Fire, you two, if anyone has to say, it's a fantastic movie, but they play two buddy cops. And I was really pushing for you guys for Miami Vice. Could you imagine that?
Would have been way
God
better.
damn.
That would have been way
So
better. That's what I'm
sick.
talking
You
about.
guys
There's
did
still
some
time.
like tight polos.
There's still time. They haven't
pink.
started shooting
I
yet.
can't wear a tight polo anymore. Maybe during
tight polos.
Aftermath I could wear a tight polo, but Under Fire.
Aftermath is sick.
That was
Yeah.
not.
Yeah.
That was not. Okay, so I guess a little bit of backstory. I've worked now with Mason on 2 movies, right? It's been 2.
You've funded my house.
Yeah.
You pay my mortgage, which I really appreciate.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good.
And I met you through my brother, and I was telling B what was interesting is you're one of the only actors, I guess, post Cole and I doing The Sweet Life,
With the privilege
who
of
have worked with both my
right.
brother and I
That's right.
independently,
Yeah.
never together, but independently.
That's right.
And I do find that very fun and interesting. You might be the only one, actually.
Which
I'm trying to think.
I think is really impressive personally, to be able to curate a career around the Sprouse brothers. No, I mean, what's funny is like, I could attribute all 3 projects, because I did 1 with Cole and 2 with yourself, as cornerstones of a lot of transformative or like insightful moments in my life and career, that I look back at those projects and think of a then versus a now.
Yeah, and you were like, never again.
Never again. Yeah, you
never
learn
again.
both by doing and through failure. No, I feel like I was sort of whisked away into the idea of like what it is to have community on set, and something that I don't know if it's like a family adage or something that you guys just have in common is like you don't allow another person on set to not feel involved in the process of making films. Brian, I'm sure you do the same thing for the people on the podcast. I don't know. I feel bad that it's like
everyone at home.
So anyway, if you could maybe
Okay, see you guys.
But really and truly, like the debt of gratitude I have for not only the way you make films, but the way that it feels productive to like collaborate, not just with you, but also with the people that you seem to surround yourself with. It truly felt like a change from, you know, what I thought filmmaking was into a standard I hold now. Is like, I don't eat in my trailer, I eat with the crew, I, you know, try to make sure all people feel supported and cared for, which is crazy because you would yell at people for making eye contact with me.
I know.
I was like, I
Fiji
just
water
eyes
thing's
down.
big for me. Well, I will say also to reverse that a little bit as well, and I really appreciate you saying that because that is one thing that I am I'm always trying to be very active thinking of on set. To reverse that, it doesn't land on everybody.
Right.
So I will say you're unique in that you could sense that that was a thing that was happening and you were open and willing to invite that into yourself. There's plenty of people who I've worked with who just went, nah, I don't give a shit.
That's right.
So I mean, in the same degree, I think you bring with yourself an openness that allows for you to grow and learn these things, and it was really
Thank you. I did a movie 72 Hours that comes out on Netflix July 24th, and it's full of comedians. It's Kevin Hart, Marcelo Hernandez, Ben Marshall, Cam Patterson, and then me. And something I take pride in, especially, you know, I've been boxing my whole life, done a lot of CQC training and like martial arts, is like,
I can still kick your ass, but you're okay.
no, by the way, I heard on the
I'm a little
news
tougher.
that
I'm a
you
little
would
tougher.
yeah, no, absolutely. That's
It
totally
doesn't
fine.
translate to real world.
Right,
okay.
yeah, no, sure. It does for you.
CUC stuff, dude. See you later.
But it was funny being able to, in something like an Under Fire, is like keep up with you on a physical side, or trying to like, you know, bolster or find a way to complement the movements and the rhythms that you sort of find yourself in naturally, whether it's because you had been doing it for as long as you have.
I was a lot slower in Under Fire.
Or you
It's
just
like keeping up with Dylan physically must be a real challenge.
because I'm trying to bridge.
this triple star athlete and
He
lifelong
played football
boxer.
at NYU, which I didn't even know existed.
That's not a
There is
thing.
no football at NYU. That's not even a thing. So I
not a
didn't do that, but that's okay.
We were looking for the school.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
were like, what?
Although they do have NYU football T-shirts,
yeah.
which is
Which I
so
have
funny. They do it ironically.
Do you think it's an ironic thing?
Yeah.
No, it
They
definitely
used to have
is.
a pretty good team though in the 40s.
Did
Like,
they?
yeah. It was weird. They
Yeah,
played in the
before they let
Meadowlands.
black people play, their team was really on one. It was really
Dude,
school
there's
was
no
great.
way that was a good team. Let's just put that.
they played
well, maybe
Yale, they
not
beat
brass
them, yeah.
tacks, but like then they started, this thing called integration, and it was
a hell of a lot better.
They were like, "Oh, this game is no fun anymore, Charles."
Yeah,
That's why
I don't
you
think
canceled.
Chucky Silvertips was like the best RB, dude.
But he had one hell of a kick
yeah, I don't think
coming in from South Idaho.
Smokey Smalls, dude. I don't think.
Smokey Smalls
Smokey Smalls.
had to be a black player. There's
Yeah,
no
that's
way.
not a way.
fair.
That's not a way.
That's actually
way.
fair. Smokey Smalls is probably a black guy.
But I digress. Finding a rhythm amongst comedians I knew was going to be a challenge because of their wit and their ability to string together. It's like a video game. It's like a combo, but in terms of comedic technicality that my response to was like, well, my character's just gonna cry a lot. It's so the premise of the movie
Are you
is,
playing a straight guy, kind of?
so my character's getting married.
Gotcha.
And his best man, played by Marcelo Hernandez, is throwing him a bachelor party. They have a group chat, and they accidentally invite Kevin Hart's character, Joe, who is the lead of the movie, so it's kind of told in a reverse order. And then he flies out, spends the 72 hours with us in Miami, and hijinks ensues. And I noticed, because they were so capable at crafting jokes in the moment and on the spot, my only way of creating like a form of creative integrity was to drag the scene into a level of drama that I know I was comfortable with.
It's your realm,
Yeah, no,
you can
and
take over there.
eventually, because they're all on SNL, and that's their comfort zone.
Yeah.
And I told them, from a creative standpoint, I think it's admissible to admit that you will naturally, as artists, as performers, will try and pull a scene or a moment into your comfort zone, which for them is comedy. I was like, you have to understand, because I grew up training in theater, or like drama's my comfort zone, you have to understand, I will, if you let me, I will yank this scene with all of my strength into a dramatic moment.
Which probably works great. Yeah.
You're a great crier.
I think, well, especially if I think it's funny.
Yeah.
Because
They
that's
have
how
to be
I
funnier
work.
to pull it back out then. So you're making
Well,
them do their jobs.
That's where someone who's as brilliant as Kevin Hart is, where what you're doing is this push and pull, where Kevin acts as conduit in order to like manage each tone shift at a time, while also having individual scenes with each of us. And you know, he is actually a very technically savvy actor.
He is.
So it feels like you're getting those dramatic moments that imbue heart and, no pun intended. Do you not enjoy looking back on photos or looking back on videos in a bit of nostalgia to recognize what was influencing you at the time?
and you could tell
Like,
immediately just looking at
I
it.
have so many photos of myself in red Converse because I watched Sin City.
That's just red guy.
And I guess to this day, had manufactured a lot of my identity. I still struggle not wearing Converse. I'm not at the moment, but for the longest time, all I would wear is Converse. And as I became an adult, and I saw so many memes about like guys in their 30s wearing Converse, I was like, what?
You're
I
chuffed.
can.
I will say
Switch it
this
up.
though, like we also, I mean, you grew up in LA, you grew up in California, but like Converse in general have like a history with Los Angeles that is like,
Like
very
the skater vibe.
Yeah, it's very tied to us. So if there's any group of people growing up in a place, I feel like that's
We
you're
also-
more okay.
I think so too. No, I think so too. It's Converse and Vans.
I had, well, on that point, so would you say that that's your cringy thing that you wore? Because I've noticed every guy has one thing. Like they went through a period of like maybe 2 years wearing.
Button-down shirt,
mine
black
was
and white
terrible.
Japanese.
No, I
Black
guarantee.
and white.
Black and white Japanese button-down shirt in 3rd grade in London.
on.
My mom hated it, and I'd wear a sweatshirt, and I'd go, guys, don't worry. Pull it up to my friends. I go, check this out. Take it off when I got to school. You might have dragons on it. Yeah, it was so sick.
Wait,
Still got it.
It's just black pants with the most like leather hooks and stuff hanging off of them.
Yeah,
just
cool as
like
hell.
big. Oh no.
I want to know what you were gonna say. I guarantee you mine's worse.
I don't know.
guarantee
We might
mine's-
have to have
No, I
like.
guarantee you mine's worse.
Dude, by the way, I was too old for this, and there's pictures of this. People are gonna find this once I say this. I had a derby phase.
Derby hat.
Like with a round, like
I know
bowler
I
hat.
can picture the picture. I know the picture.
It's bad.
And you liked video games and anime. You were just fully
it was
leaning into
so bad.
Oh man. Were you trying to get bullied?
there it is. Yeah, you did, dude.
Bro, and I have one that's even
You look
worse.
like
You
Inspector
know what sucks
Gadget.
about that is you had a team of people at that time. They were
No
like,
one told
someone
me.
could
bowler
stop
hats,
him. Yeah.
bowler hats in for this 11-year-old.
Bro, that's not even the worst, because right before then, and there was a period where they overlapped, okay? I had, well, this is so bad. I feel like it's hard for me to even say it. Right as I was like getting into puberty and I was getting
So, like,
like
16,
pimples.
17?
yeah. 2 years ago.
That's not a joke over here,
18,
Mason. I did go into puberty at 16.
Which is fine.
Which is great. It's great, man.
I
when you're
was
ready.
getting pimples. I would cover it up, and I thought creatively by putting Band-Aids on my face like Nelly. Oh. And that one was real.
That's not a bad idea, though. I like the thought. I put makeup on mine once, and girls at school caught me. They go, "Why are you wearing makeup?" I had like big zits right here.
On
And
both of your cheeks?
I'm like, like a chipmunk. That's
kind of like, see what's and what
They're like, "Why are you
sucks-
wearing makeup, Brandon?" They're like, "Brandon's wearing makeup." I'm like, "I'm not wearing
no, I'm
makeup."
not. Fully
I go in the
are.
bathroom. It's like, "Why is your face all wet?" And you have more zits now.
And what sucks is like,
You clearly wiped it off.
right. But that's what I'm saying is like it's hard because kids will do things to like hide their insecurities and not know that it's actually making it work. Like literally,
The Nelly thing was hiding. The Derby thing was me because I thought that
No, for
was
sure.
sick.
No, but I'm talking. No, but
was like,
yes,
this
no.
is dope as
no,
hell.
the Derby thing, I unfortunately have no comment on. That is certainly a fashion anecdote that you will live in on your own.
By the way, the first day I met Barbara, I was like,
Yeah.
I'm just going to get this out of the way and tell you what I did. And I told her the derby.
hat?
I showed her the pictures.
She loved you immediately.
She
we
ate it
talked
up.
about You don't think I lead with my little Boy Scout photos of my cheeks? And
Oh, dude, you
so
were-
I got my lady. What are you talking about?
You were truly adorable. Like,
Yeah,
you're like
man.
the chubby Mason in school Boy Scout.
Were you a
Like,
little chubby?
oh, he was a big fella.
was a big boy.
Yeah, you were a big fella.
Guy.
You have one of the craziest fitness journeys out of like
How
anyone I've talked
tall
to.
were you?
I've always, I grew, yeah.
It didn't come like
14,
before.
I think
it didn't
when I was
come
like
before the
14 or
height?
15, I hit 6
Yeah.
feet, but I didn't hit 300 pounds until I was 18.
Oh, really? Okay,
was
so
300
it wasn't a growing phase
No,
type thing.
it was, I played football, so I would dominate in JV. It felt great. And then I moved up to varsity where everyone's like around my same size. And there's video footage of it. I like jump for the quarterback and this kid pushes me down. And I remember my foot hitting my face. I'm like, that's not right. And I had torn my ACL, MCL, PCL, and meniscus in one go. And that from that, so I was 265 before then. And then me and my friend made a habit. He stopped playing. I was injured, so I would go to practice. And then while they were practicing, we made this habit of, I was in a wheelchair, and he would roll me over the bridge to Burger King, and we would
just
up the menu. We would be like, give us 6
so
cookies.
sick.
my God, at
And
260,
then-
you could put down a lot of
I could,
BK,
but
dude.
it eventually turned into a
much.
300-pound.
Yeah.
By the way, like at 300 pounds, 17 years old,
Yeah.
let's
Just
guess,
that appetite's out of
that's
this
even
world.
more Burger King. Like that's
Yeah,
10
yeah,
times
yeah,
more
yeah,
than
yeah,
at
yeah,
30.
Yeah, no, and it, you know, it wasn't necessarily something where I was happy to be that size, which is why I was happy and grateful that eventually I made the decision to like really dial in my diet to be exactly what I wanted, like to look the way I wanted to.
When I first met you, you were eating an entire rotisserie chicken a day, and it was
Sick.
It was,
Delicious.
That's all it was good.
he was shredded,
Costco or
and it
what?
was like pure protein, but it was disgusting to watch. Like
Yeah.
he would
Yeah.
just have
Just
this.
put it down.
Well, that's
Do you dip in mustard or anything?
Sometimes honey mustard.
Honey
I
mustard? Gotcha.
love.
You were on the truff back
Yeah.
then. I remember you
truff.
were on
Truff,
the truff.
Yeah,
hot
truff
sauce.
was a
fancy.
big moment. My biggest conniption was when there was an article that got released about this guy who ate a rotisserie chicken a day for 40 days in a row, while I was on what must have been day 100 and something. So I was way past
Way past 40.
40
yeah.
and had been eating a rotisserie chicken a day. I was like, where's my article? Like, what the
Yeah.
Yeah, I
But
deserve this.
no, I eventually, it took a while to learn nutrition in a way that was
Okay.
actually beneficial, but
Also, I do, because Hafthor Bjornsson, who I've told you
Yeah.
I'm friends with, he's the strongest man in the world.
Yeah.
Like, just empirically.
He's huge.
Yeah.
He's huge. He's
Also the
6'9".
nicest guy.
He's the
I
nicest
believe it.
guy.
You have to be.
And he told me about his diet once. And he told me that he tries to eat, like when he's in really bulking period, he tries to eat a lot of Icelandic food because it's very, you know, it's very
Yeah.
that. But one of the things that he would eat is Icelandic ram testicles.
Oh, yeah.
And listen,
actually, no, I'm not going to let you guys do what you just did.
Now,
You're
look-
not just going to say that and then be like, oh, right.
great, yeah.
Oh.
no, listen. When a 6'9", 500-pound
Yeah, no,
man
I'm
tells
sure
you he
he-
eats ram testicles, you're not like, how much did you drink? You go like, dude, you're awesome. You know, like sick. That's so much. However,
It works.
in the same way that you ate all of those chickens,
Nope.
No,
wait a minute.
I think you're making a big leap here.
you destroyed an entire population
okay.
of bird, and he has neutered an entire population of animal.
What age do you think is the best?
Do you ever quantify that?
Okay, yes, there was a primal version of my consumption that did correlate to an understanding that this chicken lived its life to be consumed by
Bro,
me
if you ate
solely.
500 chickens.
my chickens.
Yeah, that's a lot of chickens.
Yes, but, okay,
It's
at
500
least
chickens.
I know where the entirety of the chicken went, which was my stomach. If you're just eating testicles,
I know, dude. I know.
imagine killing an entire lamb and being like,
Give me those.
yoink.
He just neutered
He just
them?
rips them off with his hands.
Do you think that they could still be alive, though? Because you could just neuter them and eat them,
I think-
and then go meet them?
He did try to explain this to me, and I was like, I kind of don't want to know. He was like,
Godzilla, huh?
I know, dude. You couldn't rip his balls off.
testicles
No,
there.
but I'm sure he'd eat them if he could.
How long did it take you to get into the shape that you felt like I am satisfied now. Because you had a past of being like,
Yeah.
because I feel this way myself. I was a chunkier kid. I've always tried to work it off. Never to the success I feel like that you've had, because you really committed hard. You have
Mason's a sexy guy.
He's a sexy guy.
Sexy guy.
Very sweet.
You also like, you also really do, you buckle the fuck in. Like when you want to, you buckle the fuck in.
It's funny because when I don't know if this is something we can all commiserate in, because I feel like everyone has their own. That's something I learned when I got older, is that even the kids that were naturally physically very fit and things, everyone has insecurities, especially at that time.
Yeah.
I studied psychology in college. I understand it to be a social arena.
What's he thinking right now, eh, genius?
Is that
I have
he
my
wants
insecurity
to-
about my.
By the way, couldn't be more unanimous. Ubiquitous.
That's day
Yeah.
one
Yeah,
in
yeah,
the
yeah,
psychology
yeah, yeah.
course, actually.
But I remember being at that time, like, I would talk to people about my weight or things, and they would talk to me about wanting to either get bigger or get smaller.
Yeah.
And I didn't know how to articulate a desire to simply want to, like, disappear, like to be so small that I fold in on myself and not be perceived by other people.
Yeah.
That once I was able to kind of extricate that mental, disposition of trying to eradicate my own identity or ability to be perceived, that it was actually about like what made me feel good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And because that doesn't happen overnight, years, like through once I got to college, I was like, I'm gonna lose weight because it's a new chapter in my life. And it was a unfortunate routine of like not eating and then overworking and then things that ultimately led to maybe being less weight, but being certainly less healthy as well. And then I discovered like a love for physical activity or like self-improvement. I started boxing a bit more. I had been boxing since I was a kid, but I got into that. And then I met my trainer, Mike Kahn, who's amazing, and Brian Feel. And they restructured my understanding of nutrition as well as strength and conditioning. And I would say it was a 2-year span from when I met them in like 2021 till I got on set for Scream 6, where I was like, I feel like the kid in me would be proud of who I've become, at least physically.
Yeah.
And then you take time and you start to poke around under the hood psychologically, and you're like, oh, there is definitely still stuff to learn.
There's stuff.
So like, I got to a point maybe like last year where I feel like I was able to say I'm proud. I contextualize it through my mother because I love her, and she was trying to teach me so many things about self-improvement growing up that just didn't quite land. I realized that like pursuing the idea of being a good man, which I like to think we all do every day, in order to be that good man, you have to first be better. And I was taking one step at a time, one aspect of living at a time, and trying to improve on it on a way that like, yes, I've made mistakes, and yes, I've done things specifically in the pursuit of being better that I don't know if I would do again, especially when you're talking about fitness. That like, now I can say I'm proud to have done it because I have such a healthy understanding of not just my physicality and my fitness, but also with my identity and my ability to relate to other people.
I will also extend that even further to your presence on set and your ability as an actor, because one of the reason I even brought this up to begin with, number one, is because I'm interested. I do think it's genuinely an interesting story. You've had a very interesting run from like the injury to feeling out of your skin to coming into your skin, becoming an actor, doing all this. But the one thing that I noticed, even in the anecdote of you pushing the car, was that the issue was never the car.
Right.
He's like Sisyphus.
The issue was the length by which you're pushing the car. And I found what was so cool about that moment for me, watching you do that, is because to you, one of the things I'm interested in asking you just in general is there anything that you think you cannot do? Ooh. And is there anything that you think you cannot achieve as a character in acting? Because when I work with you, I genuinely don't ever get that impression from you. And it's really cool to see. And I think part of that is informed by your history with yourself, by your history with your roles that you've done. And I think it's really cool to see that in a way. And that's a positive outcome of maybe these things that you viewed as negatively because you have changed a lot in your life and you've done it so well.
That's bar for bar one of the most thoughtful questions.
I know, it was
I've
the
ever
nicest
been
thing.
asked. But, well, I do mean thoughtful in the sense that it not only required thought to ask, but to answer that I think a lot of what we do as actors and as performers is as it is for the human condition, that like what you can't do if viewed as like an insurmountable challenge means that if you don't even try, you're right. You indirectly make it a true statement. It's like if you view it as something impossible, then it must become that way since you're not willing to try. And for me, I've been able to recontextualize things that I would at an earlier point in my life or in my career say I couldn't do that to something I might not know how to do yet. And I think because of how thoughtful I try to be generally, socially, but also professionally, I'm always willing to do the thing that scares me in a way that means if there's a version where I can like overcome it, I'm going to find out what that is, whether it's right now or in the future or after rehearsal or after talking about it with people that I trust. And a funny thing I think of now, like culturally, is this understanding of the term humility. And I feel like a lot of people, at least that I've spoken to, have an understanding of it as being like shitting on yourself. Is like to exude humility, you have to put yourself down.
Self-deprecation.
To be self-deprecating, which I do, especially in comedy, because it's like...
you have to, right?
It shows a self-awareness of like things that I find funny about myself. I don't think I'm perfect.
I have an interesting question for you both, which, you know, depending if we want to, because
I'm
we
amped with this comedy, by the way. This is comedy
because
right
we can get into it, or we can land the plane, or we can do whatever. But I will ask you this, because I think I have my own insecurities. As you were saying, you have insecurities being like, hey, the rejection of it all. That's an insecurity. Everybody, especially actors, has an immense fear of rejection from because that's all we do. Really, you go out and you get rejected until you get accepted, and that happens all the time. I'm interested to know from both of you, is there an insecurity of acceptance? Because both of you have...
I hate compliments. Well, like before you got here, we were talking, you know, we did the podcast meeting. And you're like, guys, you know what? Brennan, you're really doing great out there. You know, you seem very comfortable in front of the camera. I'm like, I know you're lying. I'm like, there's no f***ing way.
Sorry.
Please.
And for me, like, people outright... Like I lean much more rejection than I lean
of rejection,
acceptance. And let me break this down even further and jump right into the point, because you guys both come from families with names. Okay, the common thing to call you guys would be considered Nepo babies. I am having a Nepo baby as a child.
Hell yeah, you are.
Which is crazy, but the fear of accepting me for the wrong reasons has never been a thing. Both of you are some of the most talented people I know outside of whatever perceived notions people bring in to you. But there are those things that get
as a kid, it sucks. You know, like when you didn't know if someone's being nice to you for the wrong reasons or not.
I never had that.
But
people were just mean to me, or that I got
Dylan, you
rejected.
must
on
have
a
been
basis.
I was going to say I didn't stop them from being mean to me. I got made fun of all the... You know what scoops are?
No, but I mean more so in the act of like on being accepted for what you perceive as your own merit being misinterpreted.
I see what you're saying. This is a hard conversation because at 29 now, not that that's like, I'm really getting up there, but I can't necessarily speak on my feelings about lineage or acceptance based off of the merits earned by another person without only looking at it from how I understand it now. I could tell you about my experience as a kid, but it would be textured with how I don't necessarily think that's much different from like a lot of the issues that kids deal with today, especially, online, that most people can have followings at 13, 14 and be perceived in a way that like most other generations have not had to engage with. In other words, this is not going to be a big woe is me conversation where I'm like,
there's a lot more to be happy about than sad about. You don't want to come off about,
No,
but my point is, the way I view it now is, as I would tell you in relationship to having a child, is something I would tell most actors, entertainers who can't help but come up to me on set and ask a very polite version of, how do I not f up my child? And my answer always comes out the same as like, you recognize, I would hope one would recognize their public persona as being capable of being consumed by their child the same way an audience does.
Interesting.
And I'm not saying that means you have to alter your public persona or behave inauthentically, though that is kind of a name of the game. It's just understanding that dissonance between who I get at home and who you are on camera will actually be a factor in how I parse out our relationship moving forward. Is like, I know as a kid whose father was an actor and grandfather was a singer, I have probably a stronger relationship in understanding based on who they were publicly than who they were privately. And it wasn't until I was older
that's intriguing.
that they could, well, not my grandfather, God rest his soul, but like my dad would have been able to articulate like a lot of the lessons I learned as a kid. Because when you're a parent who's an actor and you're gone for so long, then you come back, you try to like, the word would be like, speed parent.
Pack it all into like,
you come in for a week and you're like, what the f*** is that broken?
Baseball game.
Why are you failing in school?
Yeah.
Why are you fighting? And at the time, I know what I didn't really understand that relationship, as I was like, you're so positive and charismatic in these interviews, and then you come home and it's a different guy, and I didn't get that correlation or lack thereof. And now I understand it as like an actor's worst fear, and I know socially and online we'll say it's rejection. No, you wanna know what an actor's worst fear is, categorically, is that you f***ing leave your home for 4 months out of the year, and you delve into this character. Maybe you'll talk on the phone to your wife or your husband or your kids or whatever, but while you're gone and while you're doing those things, time does not stop.
Everything
back
else
home.
continues.
Everything continues. And you'll come home and people will be like, oh yeah, this is what you missed, and blah, 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 blah. And I know
major
for
milestones.
a fact, I think of, my dad's one example, but I think of all people who fear the creep of time and how it affects their relationships.
It's not just father-son. Like, I watched my brother experience this on Riverdale. I remember, like, things would happen
when
in
he'd come
my
back.
life.
Yeah.
And he'd be like,
We did
how
dinner
did I
with Cole.
miss
He's like,
this?
okay, so break us down with
That's right. And the most devastating thing from a psychological standpoint is seeing the discomfort that breeds in how, and this is worst case scenario, which it is not the case, but it's how you contextualize it, is how willing the rest of your life is to move on without you, and then simply mend you back into the fold once you've arrived back home is, I mean, it's destabilizing because it's
temporary,
like,
and then you're back off
but it's
again.
also, but it's conflicting because you're like, I want this to be this way. I want everything to run smoothly. I want everyone to be okay. But then you come back, and in my dad's case, it's like, these are things I have to do because I'm here now, and I had all this time where I wasn't able to do it, and I need to do it now. And it ultimately means, because we're talking about lineage, so I'm like, we're going to kind of blow this conversation out of proportion here. But I remember in the beginning of my career, the one question I was always afraid to get asked was like, oh, you're going to be, you're compared to so many other people, whether it is your father, your grandfather, or other actors in your, peer group.
Take it from me, brother.
No,
I
exactly.
get compared a lot.
And I think specifically from like a parent to child relationship is like, whether I am or am not is really not the question for me, because out of respect of generations before me, especially someone as close to me in lineage as my father is, like, it'd be disrespectful to say I'm not going to be better than him, because the amount of resources I have at my disposal means I would be wasting whatever it was that he had to do, both good and bad, to get to where he is, to allow me to be in the place where I am, to grow thereafter. And I imagine that goes beyond entertainment, that goes beyond acting, is that we as parents want better for our children. We want them to have more access, more resources that they can then use.
The other thing I think of too, kind of to what you're saying, is that, like, and I'm just going to say this straight up to you because I know you already hate acceptance. Brendan, when we first met and I was reading through the scripts that you were holding on to so tightly, I was like, structurally and classically, you're one of the most talented writers I've ever met.
Thank you, Dylan.
Especially script-wise. Then you went into comics and you started doing this, and I was like, this, if I would only see 1/10 of your scripts hit my desk as auditions, I would be so much happier. I remember thinking that and looking at it, and then I started thinking, and I go, well, also, you've been surrounded by talented people in that environment doing that. Like, your dad's incredibly talented, your sisters, everyone in your
scary
sisters.
as hell. I'm at NYU. My dad sold his first script junior year at NYU.
Right, I know what you're going to do right now.
And so he sells his script called Jocks, a football movie. Next movie he writes is Gremlins. And I'm like, and what is he, 21? And I'm like, holy shit. Like, it is a lot to think about. But it is,
But naturally, I feel like there's a way, it's the same way that, like, 90% of businesses or families have operated forever, which is to say, okay, if my child is raised in a piano family.
Joseph was a carpenter. Jesus Christ. First Nepo baby.
First Nepo baby. That's right. That's right.
I'm the worst Nepo baby. I can't even sell a script. Like, crucify me.
Current society that we have, at least in the United States, which is, very different, obviously, from everywhere else on Earth, like, it facilitates a certain thing being successful or working that our past generations did not have. Like, for example, when your father was selling scripts, this was at a time in the industry where they were throwing $35 million at the wall of anything. And this is not to, like, downplay your father's immense talent.
Today,
No, because your father is empirically talented. But at the same time, the environment around taking risks was different back then, right? The risk-taking environment's dead in this generation comparatively, and it's starting to come back.
But now we're seeing the risk, with Curry and
I know.
Because I don't know if I would equate it to like a willingness to take risks. It's more the
all I'm using it as an example of is to say that the stage hazards have changed. Stage hazards are different now, right? Everything's different from the way that, I mean, our parents were playing on Final Destination, and we're playing in Hyrule Temple. Okay, so it's different, dude.
Wow.
It's very different. It's very different playing field. And the other,
But then, how do you account for something like an obsession?
Yeah, exactly. Like, those guys
Which
are
I'm
just
like,
super
yes, I
talented.
hear.
no, it's positive as hell.
Oh, I see what you're saying. You're finding the like silver lining in the.
Oh, 100%. But also, like, that doesn't contradict what I'm saying. Like, Curry Cooper and the gang, like, that movie was $750,000 to make. They have said that number. That is not the same number that in our parents' generation budget. That wasn't even the lowest budget that a studio would buy something for, right? So back then, the numbers were just very different. Talent is still always going to supersede everything else.
And those guys are talented as hell.
Talented. The thing that you guys have where you resonate with the people that either read or watch you or do the thing, that is always going to take precedence over
Why'd you
everything
say you
else.
guys? Like, you don't,
have
you haven't made a career
Because that
off
was
of defining generation.
Dude, that was a given.
Okay, it was a given.
All right.
Such an asshole. Just ran it right back to being an asshole.
Because it's funny because I feel like a lot of curiosity culturally has been sort of positioned onto lineage or nepotism in this case, if that's the word we want to use.
I don't think people care about it as much as they think they do.
Sure, but I do find your position of being an identity that people not only grew up with, but can denote aspects of their life coinciding with your life, and realizing that they're also entering a stage in life that means they're maybe having kids that will go through an experience that Zach and Cody did. It's funny that you've basically had to reinvent the nature of your career at the same time you're reinventing your own identity, as we do when we get older. Yeah. And I know you worked at, was it a coffee shop?
Yeah, Mud.
In school?
Mud Coffee.
Was it Mud?
Yeah, Union.
was Mud, yeah.
No way.
Is Mud still around?
I love Mud.
Oh yeah, it's
Still kicking around?
It's
Yeah.
kicking. They
Oh,
even
yeah.
got a truck. I think they got a truck again because it went down
they had
for
that
COVID.
truck, for COVID. Yeah.
And then it's back.
Once they hired him, they just
they
stopped.
just
Boom.
stopped.
Yeah,
They
it was
were
great.
like, yeah.
No, then he worked at the ramen place next to, what was that
I
called?
am goading.
I didn't work at a ramen place.
You
I don't
did?
know what
I
you're
am
talking
trying to
about.
go.
I never did that.
Dylan and
You knew the guy. You got
I
a
worked at
reservation
Meltdown
there.
Comics when I
Yeah,
was
yeah.
younger.
Oh, that's cool. I am trying
worked
to
at
go
Ticket
Dylan
Home.
into telling stories because he is the most gifted storyteller.
He's the funniest
That is
stories.
it's not just funny, it's the way, which is why I'm shocked you haven't directed more than you might have.
Because I think it's a real. Everyone
you
who's
told
gonna
me,
hear
yeah.
this is gonna hate me
Yeah.
for
No,
go
saying
for
this.
it.
I think it's a really kind of egotistical thing to be an actor and be like, the logical next step is for me to direct.
Yeah.
I'm
Right.
like, shut the up. Those are completely different things.
But what I'm identifying is it's a separate talent that
An
you have.
eye for content.
Well,
Sure, I
just-
like story. Here's my thing. I love storytelling. It's my favorite thing.
You get into producing, so that's
I
it's
do.
along
I
the
do
lines.
prefer. I think if anything, I prefer writing over directing.
Sure.
And part of the reason is because I am still like a jaded guy a little bit in my own way, but I also love supporting people who have things that they're really passionate about. That's one of my biggest things.
Yeah.
So I see a lot of young directors who are like, I really want to direct, and they're dying hungry for it.
Yeah, exactly.
And I go, I'm not dying for that at
Right,
all.
right.
So why the fuck would I do
Take
this
that
when
job.
you should just do
Right.
it instead, and I'll help you with that.
Right. Which, if I may make an addendum to what I was saying before, is I actually love that if you are lucky enough to know Dylan and to get to have access to the side of you that tells stories in big settings.
Today, dude. He's complimenting the hell out of me.
But I mean, if you earn them, it's I love that about your persona, that your ability to encapsulate a sentiment at a time and then share it with people feels like Beowulf back when it was it feels. I know it. Yeah.
Barbara's gonna ask me when I get home. She's gonna be like, "Why are you glowing? Yeah, why are you glowing?"
I cannot tell you. Maybe it was you that even said it, because I was gonna say, oh, someone told me once, but it sounds like something you would say. Is one of our gifts as a species is to be able to tell stories and to impart lessons unto each other through storytelling, because it's meaningful through dictation and also through resonance and narrative to real life. I feel like people will often be like, you should direct a movie, because when they speak to you, it's so compelling that they just want to see it in all of its grandeur. But I do now that I've said that out loud and want to make an addendum, is I love that about all people, but that you all might have an innate thing that makes you really special or talented and not choose to share it or commodify it in a way that you'd have to now to become a director. Or one of my favorite qualities of Dylan is just that when you hang out with him, he tells you a great story.
He's just good storyteller.
And he's a fantastic
fantastic.
Great beer guy.
Yeah,
Sit down and can have
You
a beer.
mentioned Beowulf. I mean, I could imagine you at the table,
Dude.
just in the beer hall, telling a big old story.
Bardic tradition.
Yeah, and he's singing a little bit. There's a little musicality
It's
to it.
amazing.
I'm not gonna do that now.
Yeah,
obviously.
no,
I haven't
please.
warmed up.
Yeah.
We've talked about a lot of subjects, I feel like, today, whether it's insecurities
Yeah.
or...
He ran the gamut.
yeah, that's not how you say that,
The
right?
Gambit.
Is
Not
it Gambit?
You're thinking of Gambit, the X-Man.
No, it's Gambit.
Is it
Yeah,
Gambit?
It's
No,
Gambit.
no. Mason's correct.
you
He's
fucking
thinking of Gambit, the X-Man.
First off,
Yeah.
Channing Tatum was Gambit.
I thought it was.
I know
thought
you
it was- but I thought
I
it
know
was
you thought it
Rand
was
Gambit.
Gambit by the way that you so confidently were like, you said that wrong.
By the way,
No, I didn't.
learning something today. I've been saying it for years.
Hey, great. No,
But I've
you,
also
no.
been
Oh,
saying-
wait, hold on. This
Run-
is
I've
this
also
is
been
actually
saying,
so important. I
run
need
the
to tell
game.
someone. You know what Dylan and his brother Cole do that drives me fucking insane? That I cannot. They'll be in the middle of telling a story and then want to pivot back onto another subject line with the same like rhetorical vehicle, and that is a word that does not exist. They'll go, this person did blah, 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 blah. Irregardless. And the problem is...
You're right about that.
Irregardless.
The
You're right
problem
about that.
I can
is,
see both of them saying that,
irregardless
yeah.
is a double negative. This is- But also, you draw so much attention to the fact that you're saying a non-existent word. It drives me. Irregardless.
Irregardless, chat. I think we've run the
Chat.
gambit here enough tonight.
Should we thank Mason,
Let's
Chad?
thank Mason for coming in here.
Yeah.